Does the channel provide value?
Focus on the foundation.
I am a travel vlogger.
It's always about communication.
Build those partnerships.
What are the problems that you solve for your clients?
Just being ahead on the technological side of things.
Leading an organization.
You not only want to survive, but you want to thrive. They said it wouldn't last, and they said that you can't drive profitable and incremental revenue through the affiliate channel. But here we are, 20 years later, and the affiliate channel is alive and kicking and generating profitable revenue for thousands of retailers across the globe. Hi, I am Jamie Birch, your host of the Profitable Performance Marketing Podcast, where we talk to some of the industry's best and brightest about their careers, about leadership, and about how to drive profitable revenue through the affiliate channel. Hey, this is Jamie Birch, founder and CEO of award-winning affiliate marketing agency JEBCommerce. Today, I have an awesome guest, Tara McCommons. She is the current Vice President of Sales and Marketing for LinkConnector. So before I introduce our episode today, I want to talk about a resource we put together last year that is pertinent to our conversation today, but also to a lot of what our advertiser clients and prospects are thinking about right now. And do coupon affiliates actually provide value? So last year, I met with a ton of different networks and organizations to really look at the data. Instead of making an emotional decision about coupons, let's look at the data. What does the data state? So you can go to jebcommerce.com/value, and you'll get access to the report that includes data from LinkConnector and LinkShare, Commission Junction, PartnerEyes. All of those provided actual data on consumer behavior, revenue, margins, new customer percentages, and things like that. So go to jebcommerce.com/value to get access to this free report. Now, Tara and I have been friends for a really, really long time. Every conversation I look forward to. Today, actually yesterday, she was announced as one of the top 50 industry players from 2020 for PerformanceIn. So she is a global phenomenon, well known around the world, and a key player in our industry. And today we get to talk about technologies that LinkConnector provides that will help you incentivize affiliates, commission correctly, and even get non-traditional affiliates into your program in a really easy way. So if you're an advertiser that's looking to make sure you're commissioning on the right things, or you are looking for non-traditional affiliates, influencers, content producers, to get them into your program and become active, you definitely want to listen to this podcast. She goes into actual stories and data from real world examples of using two of their technologies. So definitely listen to this. Let's just dive right into our conversation today. Well, I am so excited, Tara. Welcome to the Profitable Performance Marketing Podcast.
Thank you very much, Jamie. I am really excited to be on here, and thank you so much for the opportunity.
Yeah, no problem at all. And some really big news came out yesterday. So I don't know if I'm the first to congratulate you, but maybe the first on recording to congratulate you for being named one of the top 50 industry players on our entire planet for 2020.
Thank you, Jamie. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I can say I was absolutely blown away and very, very honored. But yeah, when I saw the email, I did a double take. I was like, there's me. So yeah, I was just completely blown away and humbled and just amazed to be included among so many brilliant minds in our industry, and reading more about them and their stories and everything. Wow. And it just is a testament to the innovation in our industry and the passion too. It's clearly woven throughout our industry. So really, really great. Yes. Thank you very much.
Well, it's well-deserved, and it definitely is a list of who's who and some pretty amazing people. And I want to definitely let you know that you definitely belong on that list. It's really exciting to see. We love you and everyone at LinkConnector is some of our best relationships and some of the best people. So I am not
Thank you.
surprised with that at all. But in general, outside of that, how are you? How are things on your side of the country?
Good. Yeah, doing well. We are in North Carolina, so East Coast, and no complaints personally, professionally. Very happy to be healthy. And from a professional experience, gosh, what an industry to be in right now on the e-commerce side. So everything is going well. There's definitely been some, setbacks, forward steps, backward steps, and just kind of navigating through that and helping our customers to do the same.
Yeah, and how are your customers responding to the pandemic? We're now, 8-9 months into this, heading into deep into Q4 right now. What are you seeing? How are people responding? How are your clients feeling about the next 3 months?
So it's a mixed bag as far as the emphasis on the affiliate program. It depends on the vertical. We absolutely have merchants that are already engaging. They've been engaging more so on the affiliate side, getting affiliates ready for Q4, already releasing some of the special promotions and stuff to generate awareness around seasonal products and deals. So it's really, I think, vertical driven, Jamie. The software vertical is very strong. Apparel is very strong, and anything in the food area of gifts, of course. But we're definitely seeing merchants engage more that want to really drive affiliates forward and help them to know how best to target the customer during this holiday season with all of the consumer behavior changing and everything too.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of similar things and a lot more cooperation across the aisle, sort of, with advertisers and affiliates. Looking for data. What are consumers doing and how are they behaving? But it's good to hear there's a lot of verticals on your network doing really well. I've never heard the story of how you started at LinkConnector, and I have written down became a star in the affiliate industry, but now you're a global phenomenon. So tell me the story of your career path. How did you get into affiliates? How did you find and start working with LinkConnector?
Yeah, so just stepping back, actually, it will be 16 years this month, as a matter of fact, that I have been with LinkConnector. So stepping back, my first steps of my career, first decade, I guess, started off in the financial industry, working for a large bank in their mortgage lending division. And due to economic circumstances at that time, they ended up shutting down the mortgage banking division. So I was in pursuit of a new job opportunity, which I had relocated with that company too initially. So that took me back to North Carolina. And I was fortunate to get into the telecommunications vertical, again, with a corporate company. And I missed the mortgage banking side of things, the analytical side, problem solving, and ended up getting back into that industry here in North Carolina and met my husband there. And knowing that we were going to be getting married, we didn't want to be in the same industry working. So I pursued a different career path in the technology area. In this area where we are in North Carolina, it's amazing, right, with technology companies, and had a great experience on the B2B side, selling computer hardware into enterprise companies. And then 9/11 happened, so that industry went through a very steep downturn and got back into a new role in the mortgage industry, again, more on the B2B side. So was very excited about that. And that was 2004, and had just started with the company, and I was a shareholder for Chutes and Ernie. They're the co-founders of LinkConnector, and my husband and I were shareholders of the company that they had built prior to LinkConnector. So knew Chutes very well, and he was telling us about this new company that he's starting, an affiliate network. And he tapped on my relationship building and sales, business development, and he tried to recruit me. They have this great marketing or business plan. They have the marketing in place, but then realized, well, we need somebody that can bring in customers, that can, be out there drumming up business. And looked at the business plan, and wow, I kind of equated it to building the railroad. Like, this was amazing. And back in 2004, there weren't that many affiliate networks, and Chutes and Ernie have an amazing vision. They still do, but very forward thinking, and the problems that they identified and the solutions that they created to help the industry was amazing. And so I accepted the position in a sales director role, and within the first month was off to 2 trade shows, search engine strategies and ad tech, and really learning by doing, that's for sure.
Did you have any experience with affiliate marketing prior to this?
I did not, no. But a couple of the commonalities in my career path that I leaned on heavily in my initial role with LinkConnector was the relationship building and just building rapport and problem solving, helping to use what we have, the technologies and stuff, to provide solutions, but being able to learn what the problems are to introduce the right solution. So that was definitely something that I leaned on a lot to help in bring business into LinkConnector and get those relationships established.
That's awesome. Now, was it difficult to switch industries? I haven't actually done that yet. So, or I don't know if yet, but I haven't had to do that. Was that a difficult decision to make, to go from something you had lots of history in and success in, and then take that into something completely different?
It was, yes. In fact, at first I was resistant and was pushing back because I had just started with an amazing company, a new role for me in my career, and loyalty is important. Like, that's something very important to me. So I felt, I just started 3 months. They put me through this rigorous training program. So it was definitely hard. I weighed out the pros and cons, and the biggest thing, this was something brand new, and e-commerce at that time, that this was 2004. Yeah. So it was really, really exciting. And I love learning, and this was something so new. And also recognizing too, I'm building relationships. This is an opportunity to help others improve their business through affiliate marketing and help to introduce that. So yes, it was hard, but I don't regret a thing about it, obviously, 16 years later. So, and then within LinkConnector, we were a startup company and small on the personnel side. So I've definitely worn many hats throughout my career with LinkConnector, which I think has helped a lot to see all angles of the affiliate marketing relationships.
And how big was LinkConnector when you started? Was it just the 3 of you?
Gosh, how big was it, Jamie? I would say about seven people.
Awesome.
Yeah, we had our developers, marketing, and the biz dev sales side. Yeah, so very, very exciting, and an opportunity to come in and build processes, to start from the ground up. I was given a lot of responsibility right from the get-go, and that certainly helps you to get out of your comfort zone, stretch, and learn, do research, and ask questions. And that's something that I love about our industry, in that it's so open. And I remember even then, the information that I can find about, people sharing perspectives and everything was super valuable.
Yeah, as you tell your story of starting in October of 2004, that we started JEB within days of that. And I remember, how different it was back then and how different e-commerce was. What is the biggest change that you've seen since starting in the industry?
I think it's the relationship component. Seeing advertisers recognize the value of that human connection with the affiliate partner. That it's a company. Yes, they might be doing technology, but being able to have a merchant have a conversation and get to know not just that affiliate company, but the people behind it, to see those relationships build and grow to the point where now the merchant is knowing the affiliate's family, their birthdays, exchanging gifts and that kind of thing. So really seeing it go from a channel to the relationship side, and embracing that, and the lasting relationships of it as well. When you do find that partners that can contribute to see that grow year over year. It's not yes, there are absolutely relationships that aren't right, but when they are, seeing the lasting effect of those partnerships.
Yeah, it's definitely, and we've said this on almost every podcast episode, it's definitely about relationships, and that's what makes the channel so different than everything else. And we're going to dive into a bunch of that stuff. But what would you give, now, JEBCommerce has been doing this for 16 years. You've been in this industry for 16 years. For someone who's maybe, in year 4 or 5 of their career, and they're looking to see what that next step is, what advice would you have given yourself at that point, 5 years in, or, what would you give them as far as their career?
Within the industry, Jamie, like within affiliate marketing, or just in general?
Yeah, either or both.
Yeah. So I think reflecting on what your strengths are, and maybe what your weaknesses are, but what your strengths are and what you're passionate about. What do you enjoy, and what else can you contribute then with your strengths to grow on your career path and to help your company expand as well. So understanding what your strengths are and your passion, and then learning. I personally love to learn new things. So asking, what other areas can my strengths contribute to within the company, and for your customers as well.
That is great. I when I grew up, I had mentors who would hammer into me, like, make your weaknesses into strengths. And then I had one later on who was like, that's crazy. You're always going to be weak in this area. It's not your personality. Focus on your strengths, and find other people to augment and come in and add their strengths that are your weaknesses. And that changed the growth trajectory of our company, and also made me a happier individual.
Yeah. And just knowing the improvement, continue to try improving. And sometimes your weaknesses, but you still have to do that. So growing that, improving it.
Tara, one of the reasons that I wanted to jump on the call, not only I enjoy every conversation that we do have, and we've had some great ones over some phenomenal dinners. In that thing that we used to do, traveling
Yeah,
and meeting face to face, I vaguely remember that time.
I know.
But I wanted to get on this call. A lot of what we talk about, and it's the name of the podcast is Profitable Performance Marketing. So we're always talking about things like incrementality and unique ways to use technology and to reach new customers and to work with different partners. And so I wanted to bring you on. LinkConnector has some really cool technology and features available to advertisers and affiliates. And I wanted you to come on and talk about some of those so we can dive into some stories. One that one thing that we've talked about a lot is, using advanced commission structures and unique ways to commission orders to really incentivize affiliates to drive the sales customers want. So dive in now into some of the features that LinkConnector provides that are really unique. And I know you got some stories to share, and I'm sure I'm going to have a ton of questions.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And the stories are so powerful too. That's one thing that I have enjoyed is, sharing things with customers, real life stories, so they can really see how this technology or how this relationship can make an impact. But so you mentioned the advanced commission. Just one story, one of our merchants, they are in the sports and recreation vertical and been with us for years. And they had a period where they wanted to increase revenue even more so. They had a little bit of a downturn due to two of their affiliates, their larger affiliates, no longer performing at the same pace. So how can they? So they did lean on LinkConnector for some guidance, but how can they turn that trajectory? How can they drive more upward on the revenue side with the program? So we did a couple things, and actually our team met with their whole executive team, not just the affiliate manager and the marketing director, but the CEO was part of this as well, which is great to get that executive buy-in and just the commitment there and the recognition of how important their affiliate channel is. And one of the areas that we dove into was looking at the affiliate commission structure. This is a merchant that offered tiers based on the monthly volume, and they also rewarded affiliate types differently. So, for example, the coupon affiliates, they were rewarding at a lesser payout. And we just kind of took a look at the different affiliate segments and such. And in running a report, we noticed that through a certain time period, only, or I think it was 80% of the coupon affiliates, the orders didn't have a coupon code associated with it. So there was no coupon there, but yet the coupon affiliates, because they're in that segment, were receiving a lesser commission. So we took that data back to the merchant and made some recommendations. Let's look at some of the coupon affiliates and have conversations and see which ones can give you greater exposure, which ones can drive incrementality, drive more orders with a higher commission. So that strategy worked very, very well. And not only was it LinkConnector's, the advanced commissioning structure there, but it was that human element too, where our team had the conversations with affiliates. Here's an opportunity. What can you do? What more exposure can you provide? So that what we basically did is help to set up their commissioning so that if there wasn't a coupon code, then credit the higher commission amount. And that led to an increase in revenue growth of around 39%. And their initial goal going into it, I believe, was around 24% increase. So not only did the increase happen in revenue, but it also exceeded their goal and helped them to look at coupon affiliates differently and recognize that they may not be the closer in the case, and they may not have that coupon code. So in the case where they don't, and the merchant does have the margin to be able to reward the affiliate more, let's do that. And then also with this partner, looking at the commission tiers, some of the loyalty partners had been consistently exceeding the higher commission tier each month. So why not reward those loyalty affiliates from sale one with the higher tier? And that also helped to generate more performance from those loyalty affiliates because they were able to right out of the gate know that they were getting X percent, that they didn't have to get it in the various tiers.
Loyalty is always a struggle when you try to do tiers, right? They want, since they're giving you most of the time some sort of cash back. I in my experience, they don't prefer tiers because they don't know. It's hard for them to share what they're going to be giving back if they don't know where they are in that tier. So that totally makes sense. That's super interesting. So they kept the tiers, but you guys were able to commission. Was that in real time? If they didn't have a coupon on that order, they got a higher rate.
Yes. Yep. In real time.
That's fantastic. So the assumption then for our listeners, if you're listening to this and you're thinking, I don't want to commission high on the coupon sites because they're either discounting, so you're getting lower margin on the sale, or they're coming through at the end and they're just closing. They're not adding anything to this. You effectively were able to solve that, for the margin issue. And so you look partner by partner and really order by order on that level.
Exactly. Yes. Yep.
And so, order by order, they come through. And how drastic of a difference, not drastic, how large of a difference between a coupon order and a non-coupon order was the commission rate?
Pretty significant, Jamie. It was 8% versus 4%.
Okay, that's a big jump. And
Yep.
We definitely see a lot of tactics where, people think, well, if I'm going to deal with a coupon site, I don't want to, but I'm going to put all coupons at 1% so that they stay in the program, but I really don't trust it. So did you find that the attitude internally changed with this added data that they're seeing now?
Yes, it definitely did. Yes. And this is a structure that they continue to have. So it's still in place. But yeah, it absolutely did. And it also, this particular merchants and many merchants are strategic about the coupon offers to begin with, but recognizing that, it doesn't have to be site-wide. It could be off the order amount or a product. So really knowing what your margins are. But yeah, it was great to see this story and turn it around. For a long time, they had this lower commission tier, and now come to find out that oftentimes the affiliates don't have the code associated with it. So there is that room to reward the affiliate more. And the result of that was the affiliate giving more exposure of the merchant and driving more orders. So a great story.
Yeah, and definitely one of the things we try to focus on, and it sounds like you guys are the same on the same page, of the same mind, is data-driven decisions, right? We can make emotional decisions on what we think a loyalty site will do, what we think a cashback, what we think a search engine marketing affiliate or coupon affiliate will do. But when we get down to the data, we then really see, what they are doing. And it seems like this provides the data for the client to say, this is an ideal order. And if it fits this characteristic, then actually commission them on that. So that, if affiliates are getting paid to do a certain thing, then they're going to be able to say, well, this is what I'm earning off of that. I'm going to put more marketing budget to this particular merchant. And your advanced commissioning structure allows that all to happen in real time, and the advertiser to see that data. Is it typical to get a C-level executive on discussions like this, or was this unique for you guys?
Not unique, Jamie, and no, it's not typical, but we love when that happens, and we encourage that very often. And as you know, changes happen. People leave, advance their careers. So we try and know from the beginning, establishing the relationship and who else is involved in the marketing team. And it's not initially, a lot of times it happens after some historical performance. And when an affiliate manager is able to take reports back to show the value and have the recognition then from their executive team, that's amazing. And the conferences, Jamie, like to your point about traveling, but we would encourage affiliate managers, bring your boss to these conferences. And we have a couple situations where some of our merchants did bring their CEO or their boss with them, and that was eye-opening for the executive team to see the opportunity. And in fact, one of our merchants, their I think it was the CMO that came to the conference and right away came back and reallocated their email marketing budget and applied more towards the affiliate side. Let's do this. Let's work with these affiliates. So that's great. So it's not typical, but when it does happen, those are the types of relationships that we want to further and grow even more so.
Yeah, and were you surprised to see that 80%, I think that's the number, 80% of the orders coming through coupon sites didn't actually use a coupon?
I know.
Was the advertiser surprised?
Yes, they were. Yes. And they have coupon codes. So it's not, although, like I mentioned, being strategic about it, but there's definitely coupon codes that they have. So yes, they were very surprised.
And I think you and I talked about this on the Myth About Coupon Sites ebook and research that we put together, that you guys helped out a significant amount. The real lesson here, there's two things we're talking about. Your guys' awesome technology that allows you to commission on so many different types of things. And in real time, it's so cool. I wish I had this when I was at Coldwater Creek and I was a department of one in meetings with our very large retail store department, our large business intelligence, and our large catalog department, talking about trying to prove the value of the channel, but being able to show that data in real time and evaluate the quality of the customer and pay that is huge. So we are talking about really looking at each individual partner, the actual orders that they're driving, the type of consumers, the behavior that they're being incentivized for, and then the technology added on top of that. And I would say, we do tests and things with our clients in this kind of area, incrementality, margin, profitability. And when we get down to evaluating each partner, almost like a blind taste test, if you take the name out of who they are and you look at the orders that they're getting and the type of customers, sometimes you're really surprised on the quality that some of these affiliates drive. And your decisions are completely different.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I mean, it can happen that the introducer, a blogger, they have a coupon code associated with the order, but yet they're not classified as coupons. So they, get that higher commission tier. So yeah, it's definitely important to look at the data and make decisions from that.
Great. So I want to be clear to our listeners. their advanced commissioning at LinkConnector, and tell me if I got this wrong, but I'm going to try to sell it for you now. Let me know if this advanced commissioning structure allows you to commission on a bunch of different types of orders, including if it had a coupon associated with it or it didn't, and commissioning differently.
Yes, and that's what we did for this merchant is a customization that we did, but certainly it could be applicable for other merchants as well. But what you were describing though, Jamie, we can commission from a product level, the SKU, so off of a link for that matter. So yes, a lot of options. It's definitely not one size fits all.
And so, one of the other areas that is really hot right now, it's been hot for a couple of years, have been non-traditional affiliates and influencers. And you guys have some really cool technology that allows, really takes away a lot of the friction in working with those type of publishers, them getting the ability to track sales and get paid, and the advertisers to incentivize, the right type of behavior. So that's one of the stories you wanted to share today. So tell us more about what this technology is, how it works, and then some of the successes you guys have had with it.
Yeah. So on the influencer side, these are partners that oftentimes the merchant will recognize, and they could be, Instagrammers that are in the merchant's niche that have a lot of engagement on specific topics or, the merchant's vertical. And they also could be customers as well of the merchant. So they're non-traditional. And we have a lot of stories around this, but LinkConnector, we created an affiliate application for these types of relationships, recognizing that when a merchant would approach these types of partners, the partner wasn't familiar with affiliate marketing and would oftentimes be intimidated by just simply starting with the affiliate application, asking for website URL, your revenue amount, your type. So we created a shortened application form for these types of affiliates and provided it to the merchant. So it's kind of a private link, but it makes it super simple for one of these types of partners to automatically get approved for the merchant's program. And they don't even have to then access the network interface. The merchant can provide this partner with a coupon code. So it's coupon code attribution. We call it naked coupon. But it allows this type of partner to be able to expose the merchant to their audiences simply through a coupon code. And our system will track that without any click or any cookie needed. And it just has worked really, really well for merchants that could be in niche verticals, but they see these opportunities for exposure of their brand within the communities of these non-traditional partners. And they go out and they say, hey, join my program. And it's as simple as filling out this link. And oftentimes we can create it to where a merchant right then can give them the code, Jamie 10, here's your code, and put that in the application. So when you fill out the application, just put in Jamie 10, and our system will dynamically then put that code into our system so that when that code comes through the conversion path, give credit to that affiliate. So it's worked really well, and we have some great success stories around that. And in fact, we have a couple merchants that utilize their LinkConnector program exclusively for these types of partners. So they're private campaigns, and they are all influencer and customer driven. And we have one merchant that isn't even a year old, and It's all of the influencers that they have brought in their vertical. It's a health and wellness. And just looking at some of the data, what was fascinating, is that all of the sudden, these influencers started applying for the program. But in month one, 90% of the affiliates were converting. So it's incredible to get 90%. Wow. I don't even know if hearing that being active, let alone converting. And
so 91% of affiliates were converting sales.
90%, yes, in month 90%. One. Yeah.
What? In month one?
The full month, wow. Yes. Yep, full month one.
Wow. And so if our listeners are, if they've been reaching out to influencers and trying to get those in, one of the big steps is now we have to sell, and our team does this too. Now we have to sell that particular individual on affiliate marketing. We have to educate them on how to create an account at a network, how to go in and grab a link, and how to post that link, and how tracking works, right? And so every explanation is a possible step where they get out of the process and tell us to take a hike. So you guys have shortened that down dramatically, and they don't have to get a link, and it's leading to higher adoption, quicker, faster adoption for these non-affiliate affiliates, and revenue more quickly.
Yes. Yep. And it's from feedback from our merchants and from the affiliates. So yeah, it's nice to be able to help them seamlessly get these relationships created and driving conversions for them. And it depends, sometimes there might be merchants that may value not only the conversion, but maybe they value the social recognition of their brand as well. So, we have other merchants that may set up tiers for these influencers. And by tiers, Jamie, I mean like buckets. Like right away, the merchant recognizes that, well, because they're this more engaging, or maybe the Instagrammer has more followers, then we're going to put them in this bucket A, and then bucket B might be less. So it's different commission amounts. But the great thing is that the merchant is valuing what the contribution is from that affiliate partner. It doesn't always have to be the conversion, but maybe it's the social followers. So we have some merchants that have shared with us, they did this promotion with an Instagrammer, and within 3 days, the merchant noticed that their social following and that their engagement had increased. So that's kind of interesting that it's not always tied to the revenue, but there's different things that the merchant values. So being able to reward those types of partners accordingly is great.
Yeah, and it seems that this type of technology opens you up to a whole slew of different type of partnerships that are maybe not even offline. If for any of our listeners, you probably heard me talk about our horses in the past. So we're a big horse family, and we manage a client called SmartPack. And one of the things we did with them, but we had to do this was many years ago. We had to do this all on our own. Is horse people tend to follow a trainer or a clinician or a teacher. And if they say, hey, I use this for my horse, people run out and buy it. I am one of those people. I've bought many stuff that I don't use anymore that way. But what we were able to do is use a similar type of technology that we did a one-off for with the client, where that trainer, who would never be an affiliate, doesn't have a website, maybe they're on Facebook, but they're able to put the coupon code on their trailer. They're able to mention it, on their microphone and get credit for that. So now, if you're really looking for incremental sales and new customers, a technology like what you guys have with Naked Coupons allows you to go into all sorts of different relationships incentivize those partners and allow them to earn extra money. We had a lot of success with that and had a lot of horse trainers earning money on sales of products that they didn't create themselves, and that created a really tight and passionate group of brand ambassadors, knowing that they're making money off of that as well.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's great. I was just speaking with somebody yesterday, Jamie, that was considering getting started in the equestrian space. And he was like, I know that's, likely not going to be, not a lot of people are looking for that type of vertical and stuff. But I said, are you kidding? It's a great niche. So yeah, very interesting.
And I can attest to they spend a ton of money.
Yeah, that's what he said that too. Yeah, yep.
There's not many things you can, or many other hobbies you can get into that'll make you as broke as horses. Maybe car racing. I don't know. So how is it very hard to integrate a technology like this on the merchant's end?
No. The coupon code, Jamie, just needs to be present. Occasionally, there's some merchants that don't have that ability, so that is definitely a requirement. But nope, the code, LinkConnector's tracking code, takes that into consideration, and that's a parameter with the coupon value that gets passed through.
And so the advertiser has to be able to pass that coupon code through in the tracking.
Yes. Yep. And that's part of LinkConnector's code. Yes. And then that coupon code is also then available within the reports. So the merchant can analyze that too, which codes are converting for which affiliates. And it's great on this influencer side too for the affiliate. So looking at the other side on the reporting aspect, and it's all in real time. So there are some Instagrammers that may also tout that code. It could be offline, it could be on their blog, but knowing based on the code which channel that came from on the affiliate side. So it gives them some great insight to know which of their social channels is converting based upon that coupon code.
Yeah, that's awesome. So now the influencer can track that as well. Now, one of my staff did have a question in that, if I can ask. They had a question on, is there a way to prevent other affiliates from using that coupon? So they phrased it as, how do you prevent fraud within the naked coupons? But is there a way, if affiliate A, if I have Jamie 10 and then can someone else get that if it's leaked to one of the other sites?
Yes, that can happen. Yes. In the case where the code may go viral. Yes, because when that code comes through, credit goes to the influencer. And we, as a network, do have close relationships with many of the coupon sites. So it's not uncommon that our team may notice that this is not your code. You're not getting credit for this. So having that communication, and then, as soon as a coupon affiliate recognizes that they're not getting credit, that's incentive for them to remove that. So it has happened, Jamie. And we just try and communicate that to the affiliate that may think that because this code is on there that they're getting credit, but they're not.
Yeah, and the affiliate sees those orders, right? That, hey, these orders came through, but you're not getting credit because they're not your coupon.
Right.
So there's some protection on that end for, we're always talking to our clients about channel fidelity, so making sure that the orders coming through the affiliate channel are actually affiliate channel orders, and also by partners, especially if you're creating a coupon for one influencer, you want to make sure that what's happening with that coupon is, and what's being shown in the reports is accurate, and that the other affiliates aren't using it as well. and getting credit. You want to incentivize that affiliate correctly. These are great technologies, and in general, both of the advanced commissioning and the naked coupons, those are integrated in your typical integration with LinkConnector.
Yes, the naked coupon is, the advanced commissioning. Some components of that are based on the account level within LinkConnector, but the naked coupon is available for all merchants, yes.
Gotcha.
And we are all about custom solutions too, Jamie. So, and that's where a lot of our technologies stem from, is feedback from our customers and recognizing a need for a different way to do things. So oftentimes when we do a custom solution, is this something that could be beneficial for others? And if so, let's make that available. So that's, we're very flexible in that regard.
Yeah, that's great. I know in talking with you and Choots and Ernie, a lot of the developments that you guys have released come from an advertiser or an affiliate saying, "Hey, can we do this?" And then testing it out and pushing it out. It's one of I think the great benefits of working with you guys. So yeah, Tara, Thank you so much. I think, as we're pushing into Q4 and advertisers are looking into next year, and what in the world is all this going to look like 6 months from now, let alone a year from now. One thing that I do know that the conversations we're having is everyone wants to get to a place where they're making better decisions on data in regards to their affiliates. So they're able to actually have net growth in their program and in their company as well. And a huge part of that is technology. And you touched on two really great things, empowering non-traditional affiliates, which is a huge sector that our advertisers want to go after, making that available, and also commissioning, in new and unique ways that incentivizes the right type of behavior, the right type of customer. And we're really excited to be working with you guys. And I can't thank you enough for sharing all these things on our podcast today.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that is the great thing too, just on the non-traditional affiliates, just oftentimes those are the partners that can really be right there in front of your customer audience, connecting with the customer. So being able to now pull that in within your affiliate channel is great, very valuable.
Yeah. So Tara, if someone's listening to this and they want to find out more about naked coupons, about your LinkConnector's advanced commission structure and capabilities there, what's the best way for them to reach out?
Email is a great way, and it's my first name last name @linkkconnector.com. So tara.mccommons@linkkconnector.com, and always through LinkedIn as well, and directly from LinkConnector site also.
Outstanding. So we will include all of those in the show notes as well. And Tara, thank you so much. It's always a great conversation, always a great time when we get to spend a little bit of our week together. And yeah, just thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much, Tara, for joining me today and really diving into some of the great technologies that LinkConnector has. So for our listeners, want to highlight these things again for you. And if you are an advertiser and you are concerned about growing your channel diversification, if you're looking to get more influencers and non-traditional affiliates into your program, you definitely want to be sure that you have the tools available to make that happen. So the naked coupons that Tara talked about is definitely something you want to have on your radar and be able to utilize if you're going after that group of affiliates. Now, I know there are a bunch of really unique ways that you can use that technology. I shared one that we've used in the past with horse trainers, non-traditional, and they weren't even online affiliates. That worked really, really well. And we also talked about the importance of commissioning correctly and the technology available for advanced commissioning. I really want to highlight that of how important it is to make data-driven decisions with your affiliate channel And what in a case study that Tara mentioned and highlighted here of being able to reward for the right type of sale. It's so important to have that data available, but then the technology to reward that behavior. And in this example, to remind you, was being able to reward a higher commission if an order through a coupon affiliate came through without an order. Now, the idea is it didn't come through with a coupon, so you have a higher margin. That is one of the characteristics that advertiser identified as a key trait of an ideal affiliate order, is that they came in and it was full margin. So you want to incentivize your partners to drive the type of sales that you're looking for. Full margin sales were what that advertiser wanted, using that technology to be able to track a full margin order, be able to commission in real time so the affiliate knows what they're getting and they can relate that to their marketing that they're doing. All data-driven decisions. That particular advertiser may have missed out on a 39% growth rate because they didn't want to originally work with coupon affiliates. So definitely some really great technology with LinkConnector that we want to highlight. And if you do want to get in touch with her, look in the show notes as well. Now, I do want to highlight JEBCommerce.com/value. If you want to see real numbers, real data from across several different networks on how coupon affiliates are behaving and what type of sales they're driving and the metrics that they're providing, definitely look at that. That report is pretty comprehensive. Multiple networks were involved and provided value. Even large studies produced by Google, we grabbed that information as well. So if you're running a program, if you're concerned about coupon affiliates, I definitely recommend you go to JEBCommerce.com/value. Now, if you enjoyed this podcast and found value in this podcast episode, please share it socially with your friends. Send it to someone who you think would really benefit from hearing about this technology. And if you like the podcast, please go to your podcast player, Apple, Stitcher, Spotify, and give us a 5-star recommendation. We'd really appreciate that. And if you need help with your affiliate program, figuring out what technology is right for you, how to manage your different segments of affiliates, how to even get more influencer and content in those top of funnel affiliates, you can set up time with me in 2 ways. You can email me at gethelp@jebcommerce.com, or you can just go to calendly.com/Jamie Birch and set up 15 minutes or 30 minutes, even an hour with me. No obligation. Both of those are totally free. Would love to go over your problems and concerns and help you address those things you're looking to address in your affiliate program. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you very much.